You think that a lot of these folks that are involved in these gangs, if they had a place to get a time to get up in the morning and go to work or whatever, and come home with some kind of pay, you think that that would decrease the number of these gang kind of relationships, this violence that's involved with these relationships?
Some people.
Yes, sir.
Some people.
Some people.
Some people really do just like the fast money. And that really was draws a lot of violence and drug dealing, because people get addicted to the fast money and they think about the consequences later.
Well, do you find that there's much selling of drugs within these societies and within these families or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot.
So that's a real problem in terms of drugs and money, and most of that is generally associated with money. Is that right? Which is say folks who are out there selling drugs really don't have an opportunity to make money in many other ways.
But then again, that might be what all they know.
They've never had an opportunity to do anything else but what they're doing, and so they've never been shown a different way. And so all three of you are essentially saying that all you need is some kind of real help. And all of you have real aspirations to be just like everybody else. You'd like to be college graduates, you'd like to be medical personnel and the whole thing, but the only thing that you believe that's holding you and your gang, quote, family back is that this stereotype in reference to you, and when you go down to try to get a job, people will look at you, and I think, as you indicated, McKissack, that not only do they look at you, but that you can see it in their eyes in terms of the kind of resentment or whatever that they hold in reference to you, and so you don't even feel like asking for a job after you see them look at you.
Exactly. It burns your confidence from here to here. When you see that, and you go multiple times, and you get excited. You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna call you back.
And every time you go, they give you that story about they raise your hopes, and then you go back and you find out that your hopes have been dashed. Is that it? And so what would you like to say to the public this morning in reference to what they ought to do for people like you and the rest of us?
I mean, what they need to do. You talking about the children?
What they need to do. What they need to do to help you.
To help me, I mean, they just need to give me a chance.
That you give you a job. You think that if you could get a job and you get some kind of employment or some kind of keep you off the street, that in other words, you would rather be at work somewhere making money than to be on the streets hustling and not making money, and et cetera, et cetera. And so, well, I don't think that's a difficult choice to have to make. But that people should. Would that be the same thing that you would agree to, Mr. Harris?
Yeah, and I would like more support from the community.
To work in the community.
Like lift us up instead of putting us down.
And so you think that within the community itself, among your people within the community.
It even goes on in our schools sometimes. Certain teachers put you down. They think he ain't gonna be nothing, he ain't gonna graduate, stuff like that.
Okay, and so, that's kind of hard to work against.
And they listen to us more. They think us we young, we don't know. But we got most of the knowledge.
Okay, very good. And so you think that if you had some jobs, if people would sort of give you more respect, that's what you're saying. See, but the thing about respect is that you have to give respect in order to receive respect. And I think sometimes that many of us get caught up in that. We be demanding respect before you. Respect is something that, and I'm sure that you've heard this said before, something that you earn. You see, and I think that you earn it by the way that you carry yourself and et cetera. But I think that this has given us an opportunity over the last 30 minutes to at least talk to 7 different folks. And I think that all of you have said essentially the same thing. That is that if somebody will help you, help raise you up rather than put you down, and sort of give you respect, and I think the only thing that we can say to that is that, it's a mutual kind of thing, that you respect, and I think that if you find out that if you start respecting folks will start respecting you. But I certainly agree, and I'm glad that all 3 of you, as well as the others, had an opportunity to come by and at least let a society see that all of you are very, very good people who have an opportunity and could do a lot of good things. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and